Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy here, and today we are going to be looking at, well, the top 5 supercars inside of Southwest Florida. Now, this car these cars are chosen based off of, how I like them personally. This is like kind of like a personal list, as well as like one of those lists that you can use as like a little guide, because I've driven a lot of these cars and I've kept some of these cars for a little while. So, I mean, yeah, as you guys can tell by that little snippet, there was number 1 of the cars in the list here. Now, before this video starts, I want to let you guys know that I do get a Roblox Group with the Roblox merch. I got a Discord group you can join, and I got some socials you can follow. All the links are in the description below. Also, my name is Heyo. I do car reviews, car things, and a lot of car things and a lot of car stuff. So hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications every time I upload a new video. But yeah, why don't we get into looking at the top 5 supercars inside of, well, Southwest Florida? So right behind us is our number 5 car. So this car right here I've kept, and was actually one of my first cars that I've gotten in the game, which is the Ferrari F8 Tribunal. Now, before I get into driving this car a little bit, I have all of these reviews posted in the description below, so you guys can check out these reviews. So just click that little description button and you should see all of the car reviews. They're going to be out of order, so people don't know my order. But yeah, why don't we get into this car, drive it around a little bit, and explain to you just a little bit why. I mean, this car looks amazing. It sounds pretty good. It's also like one of those cars you don't see a lot of people driving around. Most of my list is comprised of cars that aren't super like mainstream, because mainstream cars are just like alright cars. They're not the best cars. But some of the cars that aren't used a lot, those are some of the really cool cars, and this is one of the examples. Most of my list is also examples of that as well. Now, my list does not include limited time cars. I forgot to mention that earlier. But yeah. This car is really nice. It's good turning, good braking, and a lot of cool features to it. And honestly, I like it a lot. It's just generally overall pretty cool. But yeah, why don't we, move on to number 4 on the list, which, oh my god, I hate when I do this. Okay, do that. There we go. No, okay, there we go. So, number 4 on our list is the 2021 Audi R8. This review is also in the description below. This car is incredibly nice looking. It has so many color palette options, and honestly, it has one of the most brutal launches in this game. If I would have put this car, I'll even show you guys real quick. This car is super brutal off its launch. I mean, like, look at this. Look at it. We're going 60 instantaneously. It's such a nice car. Honestly, it sounds good. It looks good. It's a little mainstream, but I mean, this car is really good. And trust me, I like this car a lot, and you guys will too. The turning on this car is like, oh my god, it's just so good. But yeah, why don't we move on to our number 3 car? I know it seems like we're going like really quick with these cars now. Last video was 7 minutes, and I was doing the same thing. But yeah, why don't we move on to the next car on the list, which is actually one of these cars that I can't access because I keep jumping out of the car before it lets me actually move my camera around. So, number 3 on the list is the Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera. Now, you guys are wondering why not the Lamborghinis, like the SV. The SV is a really good car, but there's some stuff about it that aren't very good. But this car I've had for a very, very long time, and it is still one of the best cars I've probably ever driven. Honestly, it's really nice. It sounds pretty good. It's like a quieter tone, and it's not really loud and aggressive like the SVJ. This car is very monotone, very nice. It drives really, really well, and it sounds, looks, and generally overall is just a really, really good car. It's an overall good car, so it deserves a number 3 spot. Now, I feel like the Superleggera and the R8 can be swapped around a little. I feel like those 2 spots are pretty good for either of the cars, but in my opinion, this and the R8 are very, very good cars. But yeah, why don't we move on to the next car on my list, which I forgot to write down, which is actually funny that you ask, the Gt3 Rs. Where is this bad boy? Right here. This 911 Gt3 Rs. This car, very, very cool looking car, very, very nice looking car in my opinion, is generally not that bad. But why don't we get into it and, well, drive it around. So as you can see, there's a lot of design in the car. It sounds a little loud, and it looks really nice. It has some really, really good color options like this right here. Now, I had my notepad open to my left, and I completely forgot that I wrote R8 twice, but this car is one of those cars that we were going to look at today. This car is generally one of those aesthetic cars that you have. It's not overall the best. I mean, it is a really good driving car. It does go up to like 200 almost, but I mean, it's a little slow acceleration, but I mean, the car looks so nice. You have so many good color options coming off of just the base car itself. It sounds very nice and looks really, really nice as well. Like, I mean, people aren't going to hate on you if you have this car. It's like one of those affordable, really nice cars. I think this car is actually 300,000, so I don't know if that's affordable, but I mean, this car is still very, very, very nice. But yeah, why don't we move on to my number 1 spot? Now, I feel like all of these have gotten mixed around in my notepad here, but number 1 being the Lamborghini Huracan Performante. This was my first car in the game, and I can assure you that this car is incredibly good, okay? This car was literally the GOAT ever since my RTX videos. Like, not even since the RTX, like, I've even had this car before that video. Now, if you guys want to check that out, you know, Hypot Gaming with RTX Inside Southwest Florida. This car was one of the featured cars down there. I mean, this car is incredibly good at turning. Its acceleration is also really nice. It's, you know, sounds very nice. Look at this acceleration, okay? We're already up to 120. It does drink gas really quick, but I mean, other than that, look at this. We're going insanely quick. The car can actually brake on a dime as well. It knows how to turn very well. I mean, this car is very, very manageable. In my opinion, I like this car a lot. It's one of my favorite cars. That's why I got it like a lot before. But I mean, this is just generally an overall decent car. But yeah, what do you guys think of my top 5 list? Would you guys change anything around? Would you guys remove any of the cars on the list? Because I know a lot of you guys might not like some of the cars on my list. But yeah, what do you guys think of the list? If you guys did like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and yeah, hope you guys, you know, enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.